Hello everyone, welcome to Andrew's Quest. This is the 2016 recap with some little December notes. So in December, also, I've had a cough. I've had a cough this past week. So if I cough or clear my throat or sound like my voice is going, I apologize. But the show must go on. So, New Year, same things. No. Anyway, 2016. First of all, December 2016, I had 93 views, and yeah, it's pretty. That's what happened in in December. I think this channel, like October, November. Yeah, this is 3 months now. I've passed the threshold. I've had so 93 views as of 2 days ago, or whenever they calculate it. It's every so often. So it might be more. Also, I had another friend of mine who I never promote my channel to people I know. But a friend of mine, through one way or another, found out, and he started watching my videos, and he messaged me, and he's like, again, good job. He's like, I wouldn't be able to do that. Blah, 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 blah. Keep up the good work. That's the reward in itself for me. Anyway, that's December. Also in December, Weston Toy Mountain was completed. I made a video about that with my cousin Anthony. And just one final note on that. I'm not going to talk about it too much because there's a whole 15-minute video about it. It's just an example that you don't need to have anything to do something good for somebody. We really that was an idea that he had, and we got a box, and we just made it happen. Even with people we had, like in the beginning, we didn't have much cooperation, and we just took it on our own, and we took it into our own hands, and we did it. We made it happen. So, that's like 300-400 toys that would not have gotten to kids from our contributions. Okay, that's December, Weston Toy Mountain. This channel as a whole, in 2016, really there's only been 3 months worth of it. I started in October. So that had 436 views. All the videos from the beginning, sorry, it's 436 views. Almost 500. I'm okay with that. I'm happy with that. These numbers really, for me, are not any... I don't use them as a measurement of how good or successful it is. I'm doing this because I want to, and because somebody somewhere, I hope, will find value. Okay? Now, the whole year, 2016, I'm gonna tell a mini story, which is true. So 2015, I was already starting this mindset stuff and improving, going to the gym and trying to start a business or whatever, just becoming more active, taking more action, etc. Then in January of this year, I guess, it's still this year, still 2016 right now, I had a great momentum going. I thought it was like nothing's gonna go wrong ever. I'm invincible, quote unquote. I didn't act like that, but it was like, I had this great momentum happening. Then what happened is I was playing soccer, which I played soccer every Monday night indoors in the winter. And what happened was, anyway, I hurt my knee. We kind of collided. He fell. I fell I fell anyway, and then I hurt my knee. Now, still on this positive mindset. At that time, I was like, and from the fact that I've hurt my knee before, so I was like, oh, this is nothing. It's gonna after a few weeks, it'll be fine again. Which in my past, that was the case. It got hurt and whatever, and after a few weeks, it was fine. Probably torn from back then, who knows? But anyway, so after a few weeks, this time, it wasn't better. It didn't get better. So then I had to do the doctor thing and this and that and blah, blah, blah. In the meantime, also I was moving out and etc., etc., etc. Long story short, I'm faced with all these like things, and I'm still working, and I took time off here and there to be functional, but it wasn't getting better. Still wasn't getting better. So anyway, it got to the point where I had I needed a surgery. It was torn ACL and torn meniscus. I thought it was just a torn meniscus at that point, but it turned out to be both. Major. It's not a. I don't know how to explain it. It's a the recovery is what's like the hard part about a surgery like that. Long story short, there were moments in time the past year where I was like feeling like, oh my god, I did all this work. What did I do it for? From carrying from back from the year before. What was this all for? If I'm gonna give up now and la la la. So it was a frustrating year in the sense of you can't produce. You can't be the 100% version that you just had a reference of not even a year before. Not even a year before, really. Like months before I got injured, right? And it's like that was the frustrating part. I would still go to the gym and I couldn't do the same workouts that I was doing there. It was all like, even the upper body with the knee injury, it was difficult because your knee, you don't realize how much it's supporting you while you're doing lifting weights and such. So anyway, very frustrating period of time until the surgery. Then the surgery happened, and then you have this experience, or I had this experience of like, you can't even walk really. You can walk, but you can't walk optimally. So I had to relearn how to walk. I had to relearn how to jog, etc., etc. In the beginning, this is the metaphor came in where it's like, you take walking for granted, but like try for like 10 minutes, even if walking, but try like for 10 minutes that walking is like where every step is pain, and like try like going from your room to go get a glass of water, for example. Okay? Then it's like you can't even fathom running or jogging. So anyway, the recovery process was very symbolic for me because it was like, first it was like I couldn't even move my leg. Just to move my leg while lying down was pain. Then it was like, oh, it's getting better, it's getting stronger. Then I could like take steps with a brace, with a walker and a brace. Then I could start walking on my own. I had to relearn how to walk. Then I could go on the stationary bike and pedal and slowly like whatever. Then it got like recently, finally, I was given the go ahead to jog. And you wouldn't like, this was like, I was like, can I do this? And it turns out like, yeah, I can. It did hurt. It does hurt still, but it's possible. And that just shows like our limitations are, a lot of the time, they're also mental. They're not just physical. So when I first jogged, it was like actually like, even though it hurt, it was like, wow, I never thought I was going to be able to do this again. Anyway, so that lesson learned in there was like, you set these limitations mentally, and your body kind of responds in kind. Now that doesn't mean try to like, that doesn't mean go crazy, but just this whole thing, it's not just about the body, but in general, this whole thing about pushing your limits, that don't push your limits to like 6 times what you're capable of. Just push your limits. Like if your limit is if I'm going to make up numbers, let's say your limit is 10, try to push it to 11 or 12. And then when you hit 12 comfortably, then let's try to 13. I'm just giving numbers as an example. So that was the lesson that I've learned. Also, this past year, I started revisiting all my passions and interests and making use of all the knowledge I've gained. For example, I studied finance. I studied finance in college. I used to work at banks. I no longer do. Where I currently work has nothing to do with finance, but I was found ways that I could use the knowledge that I gained and put the licenses, like restudy them and whatever, to make use of that education. So on my own, I'm able to give people financial advice and sell certain products. And I mean, I don't say sell in the selling sense, but like if people want to plan for certain things, I can't say specifically because you're not supposed to, regulations and such. But if people want to plan for certain things, I can facilitate that and I can guide them. So that allows me to make use of my education. Also, piano, if you can see, the piano is there now. It used to be at my parents' house. I took it back because that was something when I was younger I used to dabble in, and now I've been getting more and more passionate about it. Secondly, drawing. My friend, I'm not going to bother showing it. My friend bought me a case, an art case that I asked for Halloween. Wow, maybe my throat's not the only problem right now. So we do a Kris Kringle Secret Santa thing every year with all of our friends, and we have to make a wish list with like a certain price threshold. Anyway, one of the items was a sketch kit, a drawing kit, and my friend got it for me. And what I really like about it is it has this little guy where I can practice drawing figure drawing, like, you know, making sure they're in proportions and such. So I've been starting to do that. I committed to 5 times a week, not 5 times, drawing 5 figures a week. Piano practicing 10, 20 minutes a day, half an hour a day, usually becomes an hour anyway. And yeah, I finished Duolingo. I still do 2 times a day. I actually finished the Italian program. That doesn't mean I'm fluent in Italian. Now I keep going back and re-strengthening. Now I'm trying to find ways outside of Duolingo to practice Italian, but outside of my relatives. So I'm looking into, like, there's online platforms where you can talk to people and practice. They're there to practice, and you're there to practice. So it's all cool. So I'm going to look into that. Yeah. Do I have any plans for 2017? Yeah, the plan is to keep doing what I'm doing. Keep improving. Finding new opportunities. Keeping my eyes open. Dabbling in things that, you know, I may not have thought I could do. But, yeah. I don't have New Year's resolutions because I'm doing what I've been wanting to do anyway. And if there is a resolution, it's just to improve upon what I've been doing. That is my 2017 resolution, to have improved from now. And what do I mean by improve? I mean by to get better in the things that I've been having intentions to get better in. Yep, and that's all. So, Happy New Year, everybody. I guess it's already almost New Year, so at least have some goals ready for yourself. Let's keep growing together. Keep trying to improve. And thanks for joining me. Please comment, please like, or please subscribe if you like my content, because I want to improve. I want to provide content that people want to hear. So if you have a comment or a suggestion, I'd be happy to look at it and, you know, see if I can improve my channel based on what people actually want. So thanks for watching. Take care.